Well, hopefully this is the last time I have to blow this tire up. We're packing up this morning to head towards Charleston, and our first stop is going to be Discount Tire. We're reading 53 PSI on our right front tire on the trailer. Should be in that 70 to 80 range. And that's because there's a nail in it. Hello everyone, and welcome to today's episode. It's the tale of two cities.
I love it.
The second half of two cities.
They're so close together. They're both super romantic, super historical, and they hold a special spot in our hearts.
We are leaving Savannah today, and we're headed to Charleston.
We've been waiting to come here for years.
3 years to be exact. Is it Tale of Two Cities? Was that Paris and London? Was that the book was about? I was thinking about that when I couldn't sleep today at like 3 o'clock. I was thinking of A Tale of Two Cities. And then I'm like, well, wait a minute, what two cities is it?
Aaron, that's a question that's embarrassing because I don't know the answer, so it makes me look uneducated.
Would you say like it's Minneapolis and St. Paul?
Well, that would work too.
For us.
That would actually be more appropriate for us.
In and out in under 30 minutes, Discount Tire for the win.
Yeah, 27 to be exact.
That was pretty amazing. Again, we just love Discount Tire. Easy to deal with. I called them. They had the tire in stock. They set it aside, got us in right away at 8 a.m. And they're just so, I don't know.
They're
just
friendly.
Yeah, they're pretty friendly. They do tires. So yeah. That's what we needed. We actually have one of our shorter travel days today. It's only like 115 miles to Charleston, about 2 hours on the map. And I think we need it because we've been doing some really long hauls.
Yeah.
All the way from Arizona over to Florida. And then when we were in Florida, we were doing big hauls from Orlando down to the Keys, back up to Orlando, and then Orlando all the way to Savannah.
We've put on a lot of miles. Just from Arizona down to the Keys was over 2,500.
Yeah, a lot of miles. We did a KOA in the Keys, our very first one, if you didn't see the video on that. And this is gonna be our second KOA, just because in Charleston there was no other campgrounds around, and so we wanted to do something close to go see the city, and the KOA in Latston was where we ended up.
I'm so far away from home, in this desert of regrets. Never thought that I would have to let you go. Tell me, how can I forget?
All right, guys, this is what I love to do on travel days, pending we have time. And since this is a short trip, it is fun to be able to pull over. We are in Yemassee, I think that's how you say it, South Carolina. It's on the way from Savannah to Charleston, and it's actually near 1,000 Trails, which is not included in our contract, but some of you out there might be lucky enough to be staying right here. And there's this store here called the Carolina Cider Company, and it screams Southern charm. And they have things like cakes, pies, pastries, coffee, cider, and home goods. So I'm gonna pop in there. I'm gonna just check it out. It was a little bit hard to park here, but luckily there was room for us to swing our trailer in. Not big rig friendly, so definitely if you are staying nearby, just drive with your tow vehicle if you can. I'm gonna try to keep it quick because the guys are gonna stay in the truck, and it is hotter than molasses out here, even though it's only 10:20. So yeah, I'm gonna pop in there, see what kind of cute stuff they have. Hopefully I won't cause too much damage, and we'll be back and on our way. And I might get us some coffee too. I could have spent a lot of time in there, but I tried not to. I got postcards, of course, and I got some more of this hot honey that I found at the Savannah honey store. It's so good. I got a couple of these. I don't know if I'm gonna keep them for myself or to give them out as gifts, but they're half the price as what we paid at the big name store. So I was really excited to find this. And then I got some grits, and I think I'll be making a recipe with these. Here we are at the KOA Ladson. We are in, we are settled. It was a little bit of chaos when we pulled in because, first of all, check-in is at 1 p.m. here. We had a 1 p.m. Zoom meeting, and so we were testing our luck to get in early, which we did, but when we got into this site, we didn't fit into our site because we tried to save some money by going with an electric only site. We're only here for 3 nights, so we definitely don't need full hookups, and we're still glad we made that choice. However, the site that we were originally assigned had really low-hanging trees that weren't groomed back. We couldn't fit in that site height-wise. Luckily, they had an alternate site for us to use. We literally backed in and parked at 12:51. I've never seen Aaron move so quickly to unhitch us and get us leveled, popped our slide out, popped on the AC for 9 minutes, and we were logged in at 1 o'clock on the button. We had our Zoom call for an hour, then we took Louie to the dog park, then we unpacked, and then I just ran to the grocery store. So needless to say, it is 4:45. I'm really tired right now. I'm crashing from the coffee. I had too much coffee today and now I'm like, boom. But I wanted to fill you in on the site. What did we save? Like, how much dollars per night?
I don't remember. Maybe $10 a night. I booked it a while ago. I can't remember.
$10 per night.
So, it was $10.15. I don't remember.
It adds up. On the East Coast, we're booking a lot more sites than we want to be. So a little bit here, a little bit there equals more fun money, right? But what I wanted to talk about next was we've been to a million grocery stores across the country. Today, I went into Food Lion for the first time. And what I love is their bagging system. Look at, they actually have bags specific for cold and frozen food. So not only do you know, like, if you're in a rush like it is here, really, really hot, and you want to get your cold stuff in right away, you automatically know which bags you could pull in and then which ones you can let hang out. And it forces the cashiers to sort your bagged items so that all your cold stuff is together, because it drives me nuts when like everything's combobulated. So normally I unpack my cart strategically so things get like bagged together in the order that I unloaded on the conveyor belt. But this was awesome. And when I saw that, I was like, points for Food Lion.
She couldn't wait to come home and tell me all about it.
It's been a long day. I'm losing it. I'm losing it.
I'm a prisoner of this hill, searching for a way to get back up again.
This is the bridge that everybody comes to exercise on, walk, run, because it has this beautiful gradual incline, and I think it's like 3 miles total. Maybe someday we'll be able to do that.
That looks so cool.
Yeah.
I am envious of all of these people out there right now. I want to be out there.
Saturday morning, people just enjoying a nice stroll. What a beautiful walk.
Arthur Ravenel Bridge.
Ravenel, that's right.
And that view.
Yeah, amazing view. There's the big battleship.
The only way is down. And I
Love
was
it.
high enough to see it from above, but it always comes back round when the only way is down. The only way
So we got to start our day out here on Shim Creek, and we got to do something very, very special today. It was our first time doing a local feature on our second channel, Healthy RV Living. So make sure you check that channel out and see the whole episode. We're gonna show you a little sneak peek of what we saw, but being able to be here on the waters at Abundant Seafood, seeing the boat,
Meeting Captain Mark
and the guys that are doing all this, it's been pretty amazing.
When I think about Charleston in the future, I'm going to always remember this day first, and like Charleston is going to always have a special place in our heart because we've been able to come and experience this, get out on the water, even if it was just on a boat for a minute, but it was really, really cool, and we're excited to share it with you.
So next up, we're gonna still do the traditional stuff that you do when you're visiting Charleston, like the pineapple fountain and the battery, which we actually got to do when we were here 3 years ago in 2019, but we were not recording at the time, so none of that stuff actually officially happened because we didn't record it. But we're really excited to even go back to Pooja's porch and check out the great, delicious menu that they have and get some chicken and waffles.
Is it Poojas or Poogans?
We are starting to remember Charleston and the fondness we have for this place. It is a very, very beautiful area. A lot of people ask us where would we settle down if we wanted to settle down or if we had to settle down, and Charleston could be a front runner in one of the cities. Chris really seems to like it.
I do. I could see us living here. I asked our friend Betty what the weather's like in the winter, and based on her answer for that, it seems like it could be a pleasant place to live all year round. Like, sure, yeah, it gets hot in the summer, but we would rather take a hot summer than a miserably cold winter anytime. That's just our personal preference. It's just charming.
It is.
Just charming. Charming, beautiful, romantic, mysterious, like, it's just like a good book.
What's the next chapter?
What's the next chapter? I don't know.
There's a lot to see, a lot to do. Recently I've realized I like doing it all with you. Take my hand, twirl me around, hold me close, don't ever put me down.
Tight spot.
Oh my God.
There's already a big truck sticking out. Can't have two big trucks sticking out. Let's see, pay to park. Yeah. Reserved parking. Pay to park.
We're gonna be doing some Austin Powers to get into this spot. It's like parking an RV.
It's a tight spot, but we can fit. We can fit. You want me to get out?
Yeah.
Couple inches to spare. Well, it's an hour and 15 minutes to wait. I put us down for two and a doggo.
And we were expecting a wait. This place is really popular, and for lunch on a Saturday, you better expect a little bit of a wait.
Yeah, it's super busy right now.
I'm just holding Louie because this asphalt is really hot. So we're just gonna be careful with him in the city. We'll let him walk where there's grass or dirt and stuff, but on hot surfaces like this, we gotta watch his little paws. So there is pay to park. We gotta check that out, see what app we need to download. I actually like using those apps because that way, if you're like somewhere out longer than expected, you can just check in and extend it. Hopefully, some of the parking don't like you to sit for a long time, but I heard that this is a 4-hour lot.
Yeah, and it's not going to be the cheapest lot pay in the city, but we're paying for convenience at this point, where we don't have to lug around Louie. He doesn't have to get all tuckered out walking around. He's just coming up from a nap.
And like I said, the truck's so big, like even if we were to leave and look for a new spot, it's kind of hard to get one. So this nice open lot's nice. That fish we just bought, we have in our Dometic cooler. We didn't show that or talk about that, but one more time that we're using it, I love that thing. It was a need to have for camping when we lived in the tent for overlanding, and it's a not need to have now, but I kind of need to have it the rest of my life.
So we're gonna pay to park, then we're gonna go to the bar, grab a drink, and sit outside with Louie and enjoy this beautiful day.
And we do have umbrellas because there's some rain in the forecast again. What's that horse, Louie? What's that horse, Louie?
Louie loves horses. When we were in Savannah, one of the horse operators said, did you remember what she
It's just
said?
a bigger version of you. Right? Is that what she said?
Yeah, I thought that was funny. Louie, that's just a bigger version of you.
Okay, Coogan's porch. This
While we
sto-
wait, Chris is
story.
going to entertain us with
So
it.
first of all, we're in charming downtown area, Queen Street. We're on Queen Street. This is Charleston's oldest independent culinary establishment, and they have a fresh approach to low country cuisine. It's in a beautifully restored Victorian house, which it's actually really cool to sit out here on the porch of Coogan's porch while we wait, have a drink, do some people watching. Everybody's super happy. The women are all beautiful, dressed up in sundresses. Like,
dressing up today.
I feel a little bit underdressed, but at the same time, come as you are. Like, that's the vibe I get. The food here, we already know the food here is good. How we got our name, let's hear about that. The last residential owners of this site sold their home and moved away, leaving the neighborhood dog that they had grown so accustomed to caring for over the years. They left their dog. As far as the little dog was concerned, Queen Street was his terrain. This was his turf. He had been a neighborhood fixture, graciously accepting table scraps and back scratches from every family on the block. Poor little guy. He was no purebred fluffy puppy. He was a good old down-home southern porch dog, and the porch at 72 Queen had become his favorite spot over the years. His name was Coogan. Ding, ding, ding! We just got the magical text. It's only been 20 minutes. You know, restaurants always overshoot because they want to leave the people happy. So 20 minutes, we didn't have to wait a full hour, and we have a table. So let's go. I think what we do is we're gonna walk through the restaurant, and then there's a grassy backyard. So I'm gonna pick up Louie to walk him through the restaurant so he doesn't lollygag through people's indoor dining experience. Good boy. Yes, we sat right there last time we were here. And walking through, it smelled so good. It smelled like wood fire oven. We already know what we're gonna get. We're going to get the biscuits and gravy as an appetizer. We haven't had biscuits and gravy since the last time we were here, I don't think. And we love it. And it's something you have to have down south. And when I was inside, I used the restroom, and then I came out of the restroom. There's a second story. I think their kitchen's up there because there was a chef who carried down a giant baking sheet full of freshly baked biscuits. And I said, well, if that's not an omen, I don't know what is. So we're gonna get biscuits and gravy as an appetizer, chicken and waffles as an entree, and then don't forget, it's the tale of two cities. Savannah versus Charleston. Who does chicken and waffles better? I want some of that hot sauce.
Yeah, looks like a lot of hot sauce over there.
My name is Raven, I'll be your server.
I like to get a little bit of both with it. I'm gonna get the chicken and the hot sauce and the waffle. It's gonna be a big bite. It won't be pretty. I taste the blueberry syrup. It reminds me of going to Perkins in high school. I can't lie. But it's super salty and delicious and good. And I'm gonna keep eating. We'll see you when we're done. Yum. This is biscuits and gravy. Look at the chives on top. I like how it's not like swimming in it. It's just like doused in it. Yeah.
It's some of the best biscuits and gravy you'll ever have anywhere.
Anywhere in America. Look at this biscuit's so flaky, it flaked apart. Or is it 4? No, it's in half. Okay, so they flaked it in half and then they doused it So you get like that gravy layered in there. Oh my God. I really need to die and come back as a professional food critic that gets paid to eat biscuits and gravy. I could just eat this for my meal. Be super happy.
Look at that.
It smells like a waffle cone. All right.
Presentation a little bit better than Savannah,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. It's a little cleaner. You can see what you're working with.
I did like the size of the chicken chunk in Savannah, but
So what it's gonna come down to is the breading on the chicken. That's what we need to pay attention to. So look, you can tell it's already so tender. I can tell this is more tender. And then the waffles, it smells sweet. The other waffles had like that glaze on it, that sugar glaze.
Yeah.
They were super sweet. So let's see which one reigns supreme. You always gotta see what you're working with. Okay, so this hot honey, definitely more hot than it is honey. It's definitely Tabasco heavy, which is not good or bad. And that is straight up syrup. So if you mix the two of those together, you're gonna be pretty good. Okay, the chicken is so tender. Get a little bit of that.
Are you gonna do a double dip or what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a drizzle.
Double drizzle. How's everything?
It's so good.
Thank you.
Yum. Slightly.
You did pretty good.
Very good. It's a close call, guys. But we think that the breading on this chicken is a little bit more impressive. The waffle, we actually really liked that sweet glaze at the Savannah place. We're gonna say Hoogan's Porch wins, but barely. Very close finish line. Very, very, very close.
Waiting for a spot on an angled line. Driving to the outside, wasting my time. Took my place high on the rise. Look at them ants push away their prize. But I'll be free as a bird in a Walmart parking lot. I'm proud to be just who I am. Salute the flag just like Uncle Sam. My Yankee do good without a dime. Work for nothing in their overtime. But I'll be free as a bird in a Walmart parking lot.
Well, we decided to get out and deal with this rain, and thankfully we did because it's not that bad yet. And
It's not horrible.
The wind's starting to pick up, but this is this is like when you come to Charleston, you want to come to the downtown area. Right behind us there is the Pineapple Fountain, which we'll go see shortly. Out in the water here somewhere is Fort Sumter, which we did a tour in 2019 with Chris's dad, and that was pretty special.
Yeah, we took a ferry out. We got to, it was like a half day. Got to like walk around the battle fort. It was really cool. Basically, the more and more we walk around, the more and more we do want to live in Charleston. And obviously, like, these old Victorian architecture houses are buco bucks. We couldn't be able to afford to live down here. But Aaron says that he wouldn't want to live anywhere else than down here. So we're in a little bit of a pickle. These are the exact same benches that we sat on 3 years ago, and we swung on them and here we are. It's a lot less busy today though. The rain drove everybody away, so we have the whole place to ourselves. Cheers
Cheers to Charleston.
to Charleston, our favorite East Coast city besides New York City and besides Boston and besides Savannah.
Maybe. I'm actually kind of saddened that we only have like one full day here in Charleston.
You need more. There's a ton that we didn't do here today. Like, we didn't even scratch the surface. There's all sorts of historic things that we didn't look at. There's all sorts of Victorian architecture, and just walking around and like looking at the details of the architecture and the landscaping, like that's really fun. There's tons of shops, there's tons of restaurants, there's tons of everything. There's tons of walking tours, like whatever it is that floats your boat, you can do that here. And we didn't do it just because we don't have enough time.
Yeah, not enough time. You know what I find interesting is the fine line between trying something new and going back and doing something that you've done a few years ago. And so then you have that nostalgic feeling, like what I have right now. What we have is because we were here in the beginning of our van life, our RV life journey. And this was, you know, within the first 5 months of that. And we just have great fond memories of it. So coming back here, although we've already done most of this stuff, it really makes you feel I don't know, nostalgic. Like,
it's
that's
the constant inner battle. Like, do you do something new, or do you do something that you crave to like you loved it so much you want to go feel it again?
And that's why RVing is such a special thing, because as you travel the country, you can do so many things, and by the time you come back and do maybe something that you've already done, it's been a few years, and it's still fun and exciting to go back and do that. And yet there's still...
And you do it a little differently.
Yeah.
Like today here, just kicking around without any sort of a plan. Like the street we walked on, oh, we remember this place, we got coffee there. And then like the very next street, like we didn't walk this street.
Because yeah, we didn't hit
and
everything.
You see things that you never noticed before.
We've been doing this for 3.5 years now, and it's just, there's so much to see. It's like people go, well, when are you gonna quit? When are you done with this? There's so much. We still have Alaska, we still have Canada, we still have Mexico, and we still have a ton of the United States to see. So we're really excited about RVing for at least a few more years.